Hello, my friends, and welcome back to my YouTube channel, A Year to 60. I'm Cindy Nierenberg, and this is week 34 of my A Year to 60 journey. So it's almost up, almost up. We've got another couple of weeks. And last week I introduced the fact that I was starting to use a continuous glucose monitor. And if you recall, I said the jury's out on that because it was giving me a lot of readings for hypoglycemia, which I don't think I have. So I just thought, I don't know how accurate this thing is. And I know, there's no monitor out there that can give you 100% accuracy on a continuous basis, but I just kind of thought this one was kind of off a bit. Well, I have to eat my words this week because I think anybody who's got metabolic dysfunction, anybody who's got prediabetes, anybody who's got diabetes especially, needs to be wearing one of these continuous glucose monitors because it tells you at any given time during the day what your blood sugars are doing. And if you, like me, are worried about insulin resistance and chronically raised insulin throughout the day, this tells you when that's happening. And I don't have to go through the process of sticking my finger and drawing blood and testing it that way. Now, last week, again, I didn't think that it was very reliable last week. And guess what? It wasn't. And the reason is that I think it needs a few days to kind of warm up to you, to get to know how your body works. And I can tell you today, my blood sugar was, I tested my blood sugar this morning and it was the exact same number as when I tested it with the glucometer. Because eventually I just kind of want to validate that the numbers that I'm getting are correct. And it was exactly the same. And I don't know how many times that will happen because remember last week I told you the continuous glucose monitor has about a 10 to 15 minute lag time behind what your blood glucose monitor will tell you. But again, it's so easy to use. It's so convenient. So, well, let me give you my stats today. So last week I had gained 2.4 pounds. Remember, I was messing around with the glucometer. I was eating different things. And so last week I weighed in at 220.2 with my 2.4 gain, right? This morning I weighed in at 218.0, which is a 2.2 pound loss. And I'm totally cool with that. I feel like I got off all the weight that I put on last week with my experimenting, but I did a little more experimenting this week. But anyway, with the 2.2 pound loss, that takes me to a 30 pound loss again. And I'm like, woohoo, okay, all right. Now I'm excited because my next goal is to lose 10 more pounds. And when I lose 10 more pounds, I am no longer in the obese BMI category. Woohoo! I hate the word obese. Do you guys hate the word obese? It's just so awful. But anyway, 10 more pounds. I am no longer in the obese category. According to the BMI levels, I will be in the overweight category. Then I'll work from there. So from now on, I'm like, I've got a goal. I'm moving toward the 10 pounds. The glucose or the CGM will help me get there because I can identify what foods are raising my insulin levels. So this week, we went out and we ended up at a farmer's market and they were selling like street tacos and burritos. And so it was late. We picked up food to bring home. I ate those. And then I ate like some Pringles afterwards. And then I had made the lemon bars from last week. So I had another lemon bar. So I had this very high carb meal and a very high sugar dessert and snack at the end of it. and my blood sugars raised, and I'm telling you, they didn't come down for 6 hours. So for 6 hours, because of the high carb and the high sugar, I was taking out of any potential for fat burning at that time. And it was such a great experience because I'm like, what the heck did I just do to myself? And now I know I don't want to do that again. So instead of going, oh, I'm just tired of watching what I eat and being careful all the time, I'm just going to go crazy. I'm just going to eat whatever I want. I could still do that, but knowing fully well that for the next, 5, 6 hours, I am taking myself out of fat burning mode. And I want to burn fat because I want to lose 10 pounds and I don't want to be obese anymore. Oh my gosh, I hate the word obese. Hate it, I hate it, I hate it. So anyway, that was exciting for me. And I would never, ever have known that if I didn't have a continuous glucose monitor, because I'm not going to keep, drawing blood from my finger every 6 hours just to test that. I'm not going to do that. But this gives me that information. So hopefully that is helpful to you if you've been on the fence about it, if you're interested in it. Maybe it's good to hear from somebody who is like, I am totally on board with this thing. I think if you're trying to lose weight, if you're worried about your insulin levels, if you're worried about your glucose levels, talk to your doctor and see if he will write you a prescription for a continuous glucose monitor. You will be glad you did.